Sam.
Sam, we have it. No, he's gonna do it.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
The mobiles on silent. Shall we begin the proceedings with silent prayer? May God answer all our prayers. Once again, I wish to reiterate the fact that at the IEC, all our activities are time-bound. So I wish to implore you that next time when we call, we wish to begin on time, because all our activities, especially the most and the important one, election, we start on time and we end on time. So we please endeavor to begin on time. I will now call on the chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission, Ali Mohamed Jai, to make a statement, after which we will have Q&A. Mr. Chairman, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Maybe we should start with silent prayers, as usual. Partners, representatives of political parties, members of the IEC staff, ladies and gentlemen of the press, all Gambians. I welcome you all to the IEC and to our first press conference this year. I wish to introduce to you the new commission. I am Ali Mohamed Njai, chairman of the commission, Mr. Male Sala, vice chairman, Mrs. Asituja Lundur, Mr. Anthony Robert Seka, and Alaji Lamin Cham, commission members. The year 2016 is a very busy year for the commission. First among these activities was the supplementary registration of electors. We started on Thursday, 14 January and ended on 12 March 2016. The total number of registrants during the supplementary registration is 89,649. 89,649. The number of voters now stands at 886,578. 886,578, as opposed to 796,929 in 2011. The number of polling stations is 1,422, as opposed to 1,300 in 2011. During these registrations, all parties are asked to send party agents to these registration centers. And these party agents have the right to object to anyone who wants to have a voter's card, either because that person is not a Gambian, or maybe a Gambian, but maybe not be 20 years, 18 years or more. And we do take seriously the objections of these party agents, because on account of that, if any objection cannot be addressed there and then on the spot, we appoint magistrates throughout the country to to judge on any issue that is not resolved at that particular time. And we are pleased to say, during this last registration exercise that was done, all objections were addressed there and then on the spot. All the magistrates who were appointed to judge on any issue, not one of them had dealt with any case. No objection was sent to them. So it means the register as it is now is 100% accurate. Nobody should say that people who are registering are voting without the right sort of, who are not Gambians. This is always the case, or who are below 20. If for any reason one registers in two different areas, once the system is gone through, those people will be disqualified. So this is always the case. Our register is 100% accurate. There is also a replacement of lost, mutilated, or defaced cards going on at the election house and in all IEC regional offices. The exercise commenced since the 1st of June and will end on the 20th of September. Of course, a replacement voting card attracts a minimal fee of $100 because, as you know, these biometric voters cards are only used for voting, and one may use it 3 times in 5 years. This is presidential election, National Assembly, or local government elections. It is not valid for any other purpose. So no one should be traveling or putting it in your pocket as a passport or identity card. So if you lose it, it means you are not doing what you were supposed to use the card for. And that's why we have to levy a $100 fee to replace all those lost cards and related cards. So please have that in mind. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a redemarcation of some constituencies was carried out, and the number of constituencies is now 53 as opposed to 48. A fresh decision was not conducted in the affected areas, but the Commission will resort to putting constituency stickers on the voting cards of the affected voters to bring that situation in consonance with the law on registration exercise. We now have 53 and not 48 constituencies. And these areas that are affected are mainly Serekunda and the North and the Common North. Common North was one constituency. Now it is divided into 3 constituencies. You have Common North, which now is Sani Mentereng, Old Jundum, and Busumbala. Combo Central, which was one constituency, is now 2. That's Brikama North and Brikama South. Serekunda East is now divided into 2 constituencies, Talindim Kunjang and Arekunda Sabili. Serekunda Central is now divided into 2. That's Serekunda and Bundukakunda. So these are the 5 additional constituencies that are now in place, so that in total we have 53 constituencies, as opposed to 48 before. Very imminent on the IEC calendar this year is the presidential election, and this press conference will focus on that landmark exercise that will lead us into another era of electoral evolution and political growth and maturity. It is clear to all present here that elections are universally recognized to form a very important role in safeguarding the desired peaceful environment of any nation. I am of the strong belief that at the end of this interaction, all of you here present will go back to your various locations with well-prepared minds about elections with regard to the universally accepted standards of democracy and good governance. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me take this opportunity to express sincerely the Independent Electoral Commission's stance of upholding electoral integrity. Integrity is a difficult concept to define, though, but an indispensable element of domestic system of government, as we very well desire for the Gambian situation. The concept of integrity is innate to the principles of democracy. Thus, this concept contributes immensely to the administration of free and fair elections, without which democracy would be compromised. It is in this view, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, that the IEC is set out to define election integrity as a set of standards based on democratic principles, measures, and mechanisms for protecting free and fair elections. An election is the outcome of a complex process requiring the participation of a multitude of players such as election officials, government officials, political parties and politicians, security agents, civil society organizations, donor agencies, the media, diplomatic missions, the judiciary, and above all, the electorate. This to say to you, once again, that the electoral process of the Gambia is a business for all, and that we all have to endeavor to see the full realization of a strong electoral process which will stand out to be admired by others in the region and the world at large. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that there are winners and losers in every election. The stakes may be very high, and the temptation may